Hello guys, welcome back to the part 18 of our peer-to-peer file sharing system. This part we will just continue straight away from where we left on the part 17, but I'm just gonna test what we left on the last time. So we just have like four peers opened, right? We just enter a username, whatever name that you want to start the peers. So whatever name you add is not necessarily important. So as you can see, so once we add a new peer, we get the rest of the peers updated. So it keeps going on. So as you can see, we've got four peers connected. So each peer is connected to the other 3 peers. So that's the way it goes. Right now we're able to sync all the peers together, so each peer can send a direct message to any of the other peers, or can send a collective message via the peer channel or the mesh. So from this bit, obviously we would try to establish more direct connections between peers so that we can work on the file search engine in terms of like making requests for available files. So rather than just talking too much, stay tuned and let's get this sorted out. So I'm just gonna stop everything and just stop debugging. Then we will do some bits and pieces in terms of like a little bit of cleanups and stuff. So what I'm gonna do is we start from the bottom up. So we open the file shell contract and the add file share service callback. So here we will add some stuff again, but obviously before I even continue, I'm just gonna run what I have here. It's not what it's part of what we're doing, but I'm going to run this so that we have a look at what we'll be achieving on this video, on this video and the next videos. So this is a different project, but this is we're building the same project. So this is what I have here. I have this four peers here. I have these 4 peers. Okay, so what I'm gonna do is we just start all the peers, whatever we put here. So as you can see, this time when the peer service started and the file services started, we get the available files as well. So obviously it's just a pseudo files, but just to do the work. So as you can see, we've got 3 files for this peer. Then we just so as you can see, this peer also has 2 files available. So as you can see, this one 6 files, and it's starting to connect to other peers. So as you can see, this was not initialized properly, but that's fine. We will sort that one out later on. So as you can see, we've got these 3 peers correctly configured and working properly. So what we will do next is just press enter so we can search for each of these files. So we search for the files that contains in both of them, which is mass. So we just mass for mass pane. So what we do is we just look through. So this is how it's going, obviously. But what I'm gonna do again is just pause it. Okay, I've actually rerun it again, so we're just gonna do it again. So that is fine. So as you can see, we've got all the 4 peers connected to each other. So what we do is we just pick one of them to just test it. So what we do is we just enter something for it. So as you can see, we have the search results. So this peer actually forwarded the results to this. So it's not fully filtered, but I mean we're getting there as with time. So that's the way it works, right? So we can also look at this bit. It might not, obviously, as you can see. So what I'm just gonna leave this bit for now, and we go ahead with the coding until we continue. So as you can see, we're good. So the next bit, of course, is I was at the iFile share service callback, the contract, right? So what we do is we make some, like, we put one method here, and this is operation contract, and it's one way. We set that to false, and we still use a boolean, and we say forward search resource. So we say we forward it. This is a file search resource model, and we can say search resource. Before we even get into that, we go to this. We come to this bit here. We go to the definition, the file search model. So we come to the file metadata. Go to definition, and here we make them get sets. So that's it for this bit here. So we save it. So the next bit, of course, is we will move on to the ping service. So inside the ping, we move on to the Logix ping services. So here we make some few changes as well. So on the ping service, here we add some fields. And we have a private random R&D. We have a private int count. We can just set the value straight away. This will be new file. So we look at the extensions, file sample, file sample.cs. It's a new file sample. So we just import and the file sample is probably a static, so we just, you know what, we're gonna make it just a normal, not static. So we're just gonna remove all the static keyword. The available file meta dot count. So that's what we've got for this for now. So we just move on to the inside our constructor. We've got client host details. We've got available file meta. This will be a new file sample dot get available meta. But what we would do here is the available file meta here, we will make it an I list. So we go to the so now we have, because I put some values inside the callback, we've got some error. Let's solve this error first. We come to the test. First, we're just gonna unload this first. Then we go to the file share callback and we implement the mixing member. And we get rid of the error. So then here, what we do, we're still going to be working from this bit. So what we do next is we say what is the constructor? We come inside the constructor available. Okay. So this one is now a list. So we can say dot take R&D dot next and account. So what we do here is we initialize the random. The R&D is equal to new random. So we can say dot to list and we get rid of the error. So as we can see, it all looks very simple but a little bit tricky. So bear with me while we make some few changes. So now we come to the search file. So the search file, this is what we would do. Actually, we will remove what we have here now. We remove everything. And this is what we do. Say variable resource is from available file, or from file in available file meta, where search term is the same as the file name or file name that contains a search term or a file dot file name dot index of a search term is greater than 0, and we select our file. So that's what we do for here for now. So we will say if results.any, then we can say file search resource model, search resource. This will be a new instance of our search, and we pass PID Okay, so here on the search results model, we make a change. Go to the definition, and here we make it string, and here we make it PID. So we save it. So PID is the same as PID. And files is the same as resource. So that's what we have here now. So what we do next is obviously we say file search results dot invoke, and we pass in our search results. So now we'll be able to actually pass on the message to be later subscribed to on our peer host services. So this is what we do. This is what we've done for this bit here. So now we go to the peer configuration services, and here we make some few changes. Actually, we won't make any changes on the peer configuration server, but we rather go to the peer service host. This is where we will make most of the changes. So, and then before we get into this, we need to come into the host info and make some changes. So we come to the domain models, host info, and we put one more thing here. So I'm just gonna so here we can say it's a property object, and we say callback. So this will be the callback to forward the searched results to the requesting client. So as you can see, it's mostly pretty straightforward. So we save it. So we back that up here, and we have most of our informations on. So what we do is we come to this bit here. If start file share service returns true. This is what we would do. So after the file service started, we will initiate a variable called files. This will be configure peer dot ping service dot available files. So if files.any we can say available files. Then we can put files.count, and then we loop through the files. Take the list and then for each fp and we can say file name is and the size is so as you can see, it's a pretty straightforward stuff. But where we are right now, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna run it again to see what comes out before we move on again. So stay tuned and let's see what comes out. I'm just gonna pause it first. So now we've got them running. So I'm not gonna do a lot of stuff. I'm just gonna put anything here. Actually, there's one more thing that needs to be done. We stop it. Then we come to the file samples right here and get okay, so we've got two methods, get available files and get file metadata. Get available files and get file metadata. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna replace both files or both methods. So as you can see, it's not rocket science, so you can get them done by yourself. So we have some little stuff that needs to be done. So this bit here, okay, so this bit here, what I'm gonna make the quick changes. File content. So we are good to go. So I'm just going to run it again and then stop it and restart the new one from the next batch. So this is what we have. So I'm just going to restart it again if we don't have any errors. Okay, so we've got one error here, so we're just gonna make the changes. So just restart it again. So we can start them. So as you can see, once they started, we get our available files displaying. Then as you can see, and the peers can also connect with each other. Yep. So that's what we've got for here for now. So what I'm gonna do next is before I sign out, we're just gonna go back to the logics and file manager. So here, this is what we do. We're gonna say direct peer connection established. So this will actually show us that we've been able to be connected directly with a client or the peer. So as you can see, we're pretty steady, and we will move on to we'll move on again on the next part, which will be a part 19 if I'm not wrong. So thanks for your time, and please make sure you subscribe to the channel, and have a lovely day. Bye bye.